it in towards our bait. Light should have about, I don't know, 6 to 7 seconds left on that cooldown. This could be their moment to actually turn things around.
Enhanced Lord in the mid lane. RRQ marching here as they're looking for something. Dawning Light to defend as that real world manipulation comes in. And Mon gets chain CC'd, forced to flicker out. Nats in the back line trying to deal the damage. Skylar will be able to flicker out, but Nats finds him in that back line. It's going to be Albert trying to zone them away, looking for the defense. Clay onto the base. He's just hitting on it. The base hasn't fallen. R7 loses his immortality, and RSG, they punish this. R7 taken down, a 2-for-1, and RSG come out on top. Demon Kite will choose to back off.
What a defense.
What a defense.
You got to give it up to them, right? They're still going to handle these minions here. They should be fine. But still, that powered up Lord, you saw the play coming out from Vin. RSG Philippines, give them props because they buy a little more time. They might be able to actually get a couple more objectives if they can push in to the mid lane. Look at that tier 1 turret still up.
All right, let's check this replay out because I think here this is an awkward spot. And RRQ, the first time we're seeing them actually miscommunicate a situation. Albert, unfortunately, he gets locked up, and for Skylar, he gets zoned away, so he can't technically hit this crystal. But Clay himself, right, he's in the real world manipulation. He cannot deal damage to that crystal, so all the DPSs are delayed, and RSG slowly pick away the minions, slowly start taking away the Lord, and once they had that done, they had a clean defense to go through.
And even if Clay actually just targeted the base, right, let's say he canceled out that real world manipulation, utility build. Remember, he's building for utility, he's building to enable Skylar. If Skylar gets caught out there and RRQ makes another one of those mistakes, it might just be RSG Philippines who just capitalize through and punish them.
I love that you say utility, right? Because he's still topping the damage charts here. And let's take a look at the items.
Yep, I mean, as we mentioned, utility build, he does go for the glowing wand, which personally, I do think that he should have gone for something a little bit more hard hitting, because if we're seeing that Aqua, he wants to make sure that Skylar is low. Look at his build. He can scale, and his last item will predetermine what he wants. So he could go for a Holy Crystal if he wants to. He could go for the Winter Truncheon to be a little bit more defensive. At the end of the day, those 3 items that we see before us, Lightning Truncheon into Clock of Destinies, into the Holy Glaive, is enough to bring Skylar to his knees. 50% of his HP guaranteed.
Yeah, and at this point, right, this is the crucial Lord. We're at the 20-minute mark here. I don't see RSG Philippines letting this one go, right? Even though they need to defend their base, Aqua will most likely be there, has that Dawning Light like you mentioned, plus those items available, and now Lord going to be at half health.
Oh, Albert looks for the pick here, goes in for the heavy spin, will be able to pin Light down, as that's going to be Skylar picking up the kill. The Athena has been procced. Now with the Dawning Light coming through, and Mon is going to come through with the dash, R7 flickering out. Clay just getting zoned away by Nats here, doing so much in that back line. 1v4, Albert looking for Retribution, will fall as the Red Tree comes down, and Mon is huge, is massive. He takes down 2 before his immortality pops, and it's going to be Skylar looking for compensation. He dodges away, pops the flicker as well. RRQ lose out. It's a 3-for-1.
Unfortunate situation for RQ. They had a good idea, but they didn't think a little bit ahead. After they pulled back away and got that initial pick on towards Light, RSG lose a lot of their initiation, but RQ, they gave up a little bit of too much space. They pulled back, and the Lord didn't reset, so that put them at a crossroads.
Dude, that was massive. Look at the gold now. There's no gold lead for RQ anymore at this point, right? They're getting objective and turret after turret. They still have the Lord marching in the top lane, and right now, it's RQ with their backs against the wall.
Yeah, and Mon there went for a very, very good render shot. Unfortunately, Skylar was able to get out of it. They punish RRQ now, building a lead for themselves. 1.5k as that evolved Lord will be marching down that top side. Mon just chunking it through, sieging it down. They're looking for more here, I believe. They might actually be looking for the end. This is the quote-unquote Omega timer that they are doing here. Let's see, real world manipulation being put down from the side of RRQ. Finn taken low, will have to back up here. That's gonna be Light looking for something. Doesn't get anyone here. Forced to pop the bouncing ball. Wild Charge was connected there, but it's gonna be Albert bringing Nats back all the way. Finn taken down, but it's gonna be Nats who gets traded back. That's the immortality pop. He's still able to run away. He gets out, and RSG find another 1-for-0 on top of that mid lane base turret.
Great play around that immortality that they had too, right? Again, this is Albert now trying to be forced to make plays for the team. You can already see Emon feeling much better. He's now got 4 kills, and they're feeling confident with Aqua as well.
Totally, and even Skylar, he's changing things up. He's got a Demon Hunter sword this time to make sure he's taking out these tanks a little bit faster. Light initially was out of position after failing to engage. He had the flicker, but again, no right opportunity. Here we go!
Albert pops that heavy spin, taken down instantaneously. That's going to be everyone looking for the base, but RSG gets zoned out by the real world manipulation. Iman has the Wesker out. He's looking for something here as Light pops in the Tyrant's Rage. We'll be able to get the Tyrant's Revenge. He flickers out of there, and he gets the trade. That's our 7 trade for no one as the Dawning Light comes through and takes up the kill. Killing spree for Aqua. He is massive here, but RRQ are able to fend off once more.
Quite an ego challenge coming out of there from Light. He didn't need to go for this engage. He had no reason to actually jump onto R7, especially since they couldn't really converge it. A couple of their members were coming back up, especially Vin coming back up from the respawn. I think RSG at this point, they need to reset, go back to square one because the next Lord is up in 15 seconds.
Emon better be careful here, right? Because this is not where you want to make a mistake, especially like you guys said, they needed to reset. Lord's going to be up here in about 5 seconds. And at this point, right, it's still anyone's game because this team fight will really depend on who takes this one, right? And they already picked up those immortalities. Now, R7 isn't up yet, so they have the numbers advantage. Let's see if RQ contests this.
I don't think they can here. Look at the Dawning Light there. He's able to take play off here. As that's going to be Vin opening up the map. Going to get punished there as he looks for an opening, but will not be able to find it. RSGPH, they turn the tides of the match instantly with that one team fight. That's another evolved Lord Naisu.
Yeah, and that's Flippy Toppy, like we mentioned in the draft, right? They've learned things from their opponents, and that's what they're doing here. Now the tables have turned, and RSG Philippines will be the ones marching into the base of RRQ.
Notice the one item that everybody must have at some point in this game, it's immortality. Everybody is building up that goal to switch it out. I don't think, considering the number of deaths that we've had so far and the amount of time that has passed, both sides are going to be really digging deep for the economy. Even Demon Kite, he's doubling down on damage. He's not even going for the Tenacity Potion here. And what are we seeing there? What are we seeing there? Oh, a prolific roar coming in from Skylar once again.
Actually, the Wind of Nature here. So he actually opted to sell, I forgot, either Berserker's Fury or the Wind Talker there for a defensive item. Skylar actually going to be able to get out of that Tyrant's Revenge with the Flicker. Very aware to get out of that, but now with no Flicker, that's a huge resource. That's looking to play. Going in for the Falling Sun Moon, gets bursted down to half HP. It is an Esmeralda, very, very tanky, still can run away. Light charging in for the Tyrant's Revenge, doesn't connect it onto anyone, particularly only Vin. Now, real world manipulation, looking to re-engage onto Aqua. Light's gonna be isolated here. The Dawning Light connects on the 3 members. It is gonna be Light. Lorenzi still getting out. Demon Kai looking to trade. Vin survives with 1 HP. Oh my goodness, RRQ, they defend, and RSG are forced to back off again. They do win the trade though.
This is crazy, right? This is now, I mean, both bases exposed here, but what team has the power to actually push one in and get that crystal? Because this is what we've seen for both teams, right? Just defending out of their minds. Albert finding plays to, especially to punish Light, and it's working out so well. Another immortality going to be picked up.
Wow, that's, I mean, this is quite the stalemate between both sides, right? 25 minutes into the game, already for game number 1. We are not seeing anybody kind of crumbling under the pressure. RSGPH, this was their plan all along, and especially with how the early game to mid-game went, this is what they had to double down onto. Now that they're online, they can really start taking control of the tempo, and that's what they've been doing all game against RRQ.
You can see this, Finn already playing it aggressively once again, trying to open up for his team. But at this point, right, I feel like Iman can burst him down with just one Wesker ultimate and shot. No, not a few shots, but you get what I mean here. Vin isn't as tanky as he was when they had the lead.
Yeah, because 26 minutes in, right? And at this point, like you guys mentioned, it's pretty much a stalemate. It's either going to come down to someone finding a pick here with a good setup or just waiting, buying time for another Lord fight. Because the next Lord that's going to come up here, it's going to hurt quite a bit. And also at the same time, you can see another item being picked here by Skylar. He's really swapping those items out.
All right, hopefully we get to see the item list just before this Lord spawn because it's about to get some crazy energy here. He's going to get Pyro and get a slow push on top side before joining this fight down bottom side.
RRQ are trying to push the pace here, but the Dawning Light and that Renner just keeps on poking RRQ down. This is going to be such a big problem, and I don't know how they're going to find a solution for it. How are they going to, answer this? Right now, it's just the regeneration coming in that's really saving the day, but when the Dawning Light keeps on coming like that, it's just really frustrating if you're RRQ. RSG have their number right now. And even the die route, R7 is forced to stay up top. They're just instantly going at it, committing onto this Lord. It's already taken down to a quarter of its health as Nats does his thing. He just zones away all the members. Dawning Light once again connecting onto 3. Albert looking for the steal right now as Finn jumps in with that wild charge. Demon Kite gets it. RSG, they collapse once more. Albert caught low there with the winner's run, just still able to run away. Demon Kite gonna get taken low, but Demon finds it, just gets it there. The Dawning Light finds it. Demon with the triple kill. Oh, to Skylar. He is showing revenge. He dodges away from Clay, and Clay cannot defend alone.
This is huge. RSGPH completely abusing the Savior, maintaining the enlightened form, and they find one more, a monster kill. Aqua, low key, now taking it high key.
The King Slayers with game number 1 to end it off here. It was one turn, one team fight that dictated this match.
Aqua and Emon both just popping off there at the end. Very patient and disciplined. Again, both teams could have been anybody's game, but the Kingslayers grabbed this game number 1.
Huge confidence booster here. Huge confidence booster. They're making sure that they set the tone for the rest of this best of 7. This is a position that we've seen many times before for both of these teams. It's not going to be a clean sweep and expect to go the full distance.
What a match, honestly, right? It's